but it is unidentified. So I think in order to identify that, we're going to need someone with the spell Identify, or scroll of cast Identify. I don't recall having unidentified items in Kingmaker, so that's a little bit different. Okay, we will carry on. So it looks like the main boss of this place is going to be someone named Hasilla, and she is probably behind this door. So let's make sure that everyone gets topped off. That's close enough.
We're gonna rest after this fight.
Just some mongrels.
Damn you!
You know, I really don't need the horse to fight.
Are you still here?
Ad with high AC for whatever reason. Here's a dart one-handed. So this is a throwing weapon right here. It says quality strength, so I guess it scales with strength. Purifying solution. Magical substance is necessary to clean and safely consume any food in the corrupted wastelands of the world wound. Interesting. I do know that this game does have downtime mechanics. Specifically like while traveling, like you have to feed yourself. So it looks like when we're in the world wound, which I guess is someplace that we'll go, we're gonna need to make sure that we have purifying kits. So 70% chance to pick it. Might as well try.
I hope you appreciate this.
I found something.
Unidentified scale mail. Battle axes are cool.
I am helpful, am I not?
Okay, so just a little spoils room. I don't know what to do about the unidentified stuff that we're finding right now. It's medium armor, unidentified. +3 max dex. We might want Camellia to not go too heavy on the armor, just so that she gets her maximum amount of dex bonus. But for now, I mean, what happens if we equip it? Will it tell us? No. So we probably don't even benefit without knowing. So we'll just have Camila go with light armor until we get something. Until we get something that maybe suggests that we should use something else. And she only has a +4 bonus to Dex. And she can only get more than that from using like a scroll art potion to give her an increase. And that's usually just going to be, it says for, looks like it's for checks and for damage. So we'll give her the chain shirt. And I guess for Fujin, since he is a melee striker, we will drop Shield of Faith and we'll give him... Can he use this? No, he can't. Don't we have potions for it? Yeah, here we go. Bear's Endurance. No, I don't care about that. I mean, it's not bad. +4 enhancement to Constitution. But I don't think that he really needs that. So instead, is there anyone else that can use these scrolls? Camellia can. Or sorry, Sela can. So we'll drop the Potion of Cold for now. Give her Bull Strength. It's better to kill stuff than try to keep yourself alive with like a beefy health pool. It's better if you can just kill whatever's in front of you quicker. We also got Potion or Scroll of Bless, which can be very useful. We'll keep the Mage Armor and take off the Shield of Faith and equip this Scroll of Bless. We will unequip this Light Wounds. And is there anything else that I want to put in place of that? Why not give her Mage Armor? Okay. This seems fine.
Beautiful.
So something about lighting a torch. And the torch is in the sacrifice room with blood. But I'm not seeing anything that I can interact with. Let's read the letter again. Keep the door to the unfinished section of the maze locked at all times as a reminder for you feeble-minded vermin. The entrance is sealed using the hidden lever, the torch on the wall next to the door. The door itself is in the room with the blood pool where I sometimes relax. So I don't see a blood pool in here, so it's probably not the room with the lever. But I don't recall a blood pool anywhere, so
Let's see what we can do.
I might be a little confused here for a minute. Kitchen smelling of burnt fat and garlic. Food was clearly cooked here in vast quantities. Clearly.
Here we go.
There was a room that we were in that said that Fujin found a trap in, but then when we looked more, we didn't see an actual trap. I think it was this room. That's not it. Is there a blood pool in here? I'm not seeing a blood pool in here, but I am seeing a door.
Save the last one for me.
Jungle Roots. Looks like that's a barbarian right there. Barbarian using unarmed strikes.
I'm here all week.
I will say the one thing that kind of is a puts me off a bit on a Pathfinder is that when you're trying to play it at like a slightly higher level, it really becomes about buffing yourself before a fight. And that's just something that like I don't care too much to do. So I'm hoping that the game won't force me to actually sit down at any point and try to figure out the best buffs to apply to my party in all situations. So we still haven't figured out exactly where to go. We might need to come back up here. Regroup and think about, see if there's any other doors that we missed. Scroll of Cure Light Wounds. Okay. Not seeing any doors here though. But I guess the door that we're looking for is a secret door. We need the secret door with the blood in the blood pool room. Which this doesn't appear to be that. So then let's try back in here.
Let's see what we can do.
There's a pool of blood in here, but I don't think that's what Hosilla was talking about. And then this is just the barracks. Oh, here's a door we didn't find. Kitchen area.
What's that there?
Oh, and that would be the secret torch right there.
Is that treasure?
And a trap. So let's have Camellia disarm the trap.
I am helpful, am I not?
And we will pull the secret lever. And there's the secret door. Before we go in there, let's check what's behind this door. Inspection. Press to enable hints about creatures you fight. Press the inspect button. Okay, so we can get some tips on stuff that we're fighting, I guess. Here's the blood room. Let's go ahead and take out these guys.
Against our resolve.
That guy got punted. Protection from the law. So it sort of does similar to the protection from chaos. A ritual pool filled with fresh blood. So I'd imagine that this door is locked. So let's go in here. Staff and a cold iron longsword. The quality of cold iron again being that it does damage to demons. Funny how they give us that. right before a boss fight. So we probably want to go ahead and give Camila that longsword, so that she, in case this fight is against a demon, she should be able to help us out. And before a big fight, if you know one's coming up, you should go ahead and do like a quick save. Really, we should be quick saving a lot more than what we have been, but we've been okay so far. I guess we don't have to activate the torch. Locked.
Are we in trouble yet? Here we go.
Okay, there we go. Game was having an issue giving us a path to the to the torch, I guess. We got a couple of doors. Let's see what's behind this one. Another hand of Facilla and a cleric. So this looks like just a room. So let's go ahead and fight.
Sacrifice.
No mercy for the wicked.
Another note for Hands of Hasilla, as well as her key. The bodies of the mage builders lie where they were caught by the earth elementals, enraged by the earthquake. The builders' tools lie scattered next to their bodies. So when there's a water leak, water elementals go running about, and when there's an earthquake, earth elementals go running about. So either this door or this door will lead to Halissa. It's possible that okay, so it looks like the rooms are actually separated.
Go for their heartbeat quickens.
Did you see that?
It took me a while to notice, but I noticed when we were dismounted, but I didn't know that the horse was actually fighting even while we're mounted.
I can handle it.
I wonder if we'll ever be able to get a different mount, like maybe a dragon? Probably not. Alright, let's see what's in here.
I hope you appreciate this.
An identified amulet and a potion of haste. When making a full attack, hasted creature may make one extra attack. So haste is, so like I said, how this game is all about like pre-buffing. So you, like before a fight, you're gonna like enlarge your strikers and cast like maybe a potion of bull strength or dexterity on your tank, and then get your mage armors and your other armor potions that boost your AC, and then you're gonna haste yourself, and you can kind of see how this is already sort of getting out of line here. But I will not ignore a potion of haste. Haste was one of the more enjoyable parts of when I played Pathfinder with my buddies in college. We basically had a summoner who would, right at the beginning of the battle, haste all of our melee combatants, and then our DM, like I said, our DM only let us get to level 6 in that campaign, so
I'll watch your back.
haste made it a little bit more fun, so
The
that we could have
spirits guide me.
more attacks.
I am helpful, am I not?
So went ahead and disabled that trap there. This might be our actual fight, so let's make sure that we are capped off on health, even if it's like 1 health point. Everyone else is good, so I'm gonna have Camila use this bull's strength on Fujin. And then as for everyone else, they'll probably just drink a mage potion. Trying to see if I have any more. I don't think I have any extra ones. We got a potion of reduce person, which we can probably give that to someone who will be closer. I think. Okay, so Camille already has one. All right.
We are the light.
Well, Camille will be there at first,
Good guys always win.
which is fine. Jesus, 42 crit. We're getting a lot of crits. Usually it's the other way around and the monsters are the ones getting a lot of crits, but we are playing with reduced crits for enemies.
What do we have here?
Every room, I swear, I'm like, this is the room, and then it's not. So this one was easy to open, so it's probably also not the room with Hasilla.
I am helpful, am I not?
But it does have stairs going down, so I guess this is just a treasure room. Yeah, I can already kind of mouse over and see. Oh, well, that wasn't even the treasure room.
Make the demons wait.
Okay, what else we got? Wow, half plate. They are just like giving us lots of stuff.
I hope you appreciate this.
A potion of blur. The subject's outline appears blurred, shifting and wavering. This distortion grants the subject concealment, which gives you a 20% miss chance. So it just makes you harder to hit. It's not an AC bonus, it's just 20% chance, I guess, for enemies to miss. A see invisibility spell does not counteract blur, but a true seeing spell does. Opponents that cannot see the subject ignore the spell's effect, though fighting an unseen opponent carries penalties of its own, of course. Another comma. So wow, if you really wanted to be a dual wielding monk, they definitely give you enough stuff in this little first zone to be that. I also got a couple of glaives, so I guess I shouldn't be. Okay, there's the first. Okay, so we are over encumbered. I suppose we could actually just leave and come back. Party suffers from heavy encumbrance. So we could leave, sell some stuff, and then come back. Instead of like dropping stuff, because we have a lot of just a lot of like treasure and stuff like that, which probably won't be too much in terms of how much weight we lift. It's mostly going to be from these weapons and armors that we have. So we will undoubtedly get more stuff after we fight Hasilla, and probably some cutscenes that may or may not force us to go to another area. So let's go ahead and leave, and we'll come back. That's the power of horse right there. Yeah, let's just see if we can squeeze back through, if it's gonna let us. So I guess we actually can't squeeze back through. So we're gonna have to drop some stuff. So I don't see any debuffs on us yet. So maybe maybe we just ignore it and keep going forward. We're gonna have to get ourselves some bags of holding and whatnot. And there's the earth elemental. So we probably want to at least apply some buffs before going to fight this guy. So let's use Shield of Faith on you and also on you, because you will probably get there first. And we'll go with that for now. And then we'll also fight defensively for both of you,
like
actually.
a chosen one.
Let me draw the first blood.
So fighting defensively, that makes you, it gives yourself higher AC, but makes it to where I believe you yourself have a lower chance of hitting. So yeah, -4 penalty on attack rolls, but your AC goes up. And when we get like crane, wing, and all those other cool stuff later on, that'll just reduce, you know, reduce that AC penalty or that attack penalty.
Should I? Beautiful.
So that wasn't a difficult encounter by any means. Nothing like the water elemental, which was a stronger elemental in general. Alright, so now we got the stairs. Let's go ahead and go down here. Yeah, we got a candy on the way.
I'll cut you wide open.
We're just gonna keep taking everything until I notice a noticeable problem from our encumbrance, which I have not yet. It might just mean like no fast traveling. I don't remember. There doesn't seem to be anything down here. Just some torture devices. Oh, looks like there's probably a puzzle here. So we probably gotta put the runes up in a certain order. Let's check our inventory, see if we picked up any more notes or anything like that. That doesn't suggest anything. Okay. So the only other thing I could think to do is the clues might be in the environment.
I can handle it.
Of which I'm not seeing anything. So let's press some random buttons then. Let's see how that works. Oh, you know what? It could be that
Always be ready for the worst.
they have to be all pressed at the exact same time.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
I will help where I can.
I am a very popular extraplanar hero
So
from
here's
another
what we'll
planet.
do. We'll pause,
Why doesn't anyone here believe it?
and then we'll
Rely
have
on me.
everyone click
Death is life's final
on a rune
surprise.
at the same time.
And
And
I'm
pause. Nope. Worth a try though. Blue, green,
I'm curious.
red, yellow. Maybe? No.
Together, we stand.
I'm all ears.
You can trust me.
Here we go again.
Okay, so let's go back up and explore, see if we missed anything. Cecilia character likes to leave notes for her people. Are there any rooms that it looks like we've missed? These little branched off areas are just rubble. I remember that much. And it looks like there is some loot here that we never picked up. No clues or anything like that. Okay, well. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit stumped. I have no idea where to look for clues for this. It's gotta be in this room, I suppose. It's just red, blue, green, yellow.
Can't make the demons wait.
Runes appear on the wall when you touch them. I don't see any runes. It's just this symbol for Baphomet.
Beautiful.
I guess. Can you put duplicate runes up? Do any of these look like the symbol for Baphomet? I don't think so. I'll be honest, if there's like a puzzle or anything that I can't get past, I usually just look that shit up. I don't even care. I will just look it up, especially if I don't feel like there's anything hinting me towards it, or if I just get too frustrated sitting around waiting. Progression is blocked right now by this, so I don't know where else to look. Time to look it up. So the solution is yellow, blue, red, yellow. But I am curious as to what the hint for this is. not seeing anything telling us what the hint for this would have been. But yeah, okay, so it's just yellow, blue, red, yellow. I don't know how we were supposed to figure that out. But that's done. It could have very well just been a brute force puzzle. No hints or anything,
helpful.
just figure it out.
Am I not?
Hopefully there aren't too many of those. Seela peers closely at the sword, which seems utterly unexceptional to you. Wait, this is... no. It can't be. Her eyes light up. I know that hilt. Radiance, the sword of the great Yaniel. That's what this is, but it's meant to be in the Tower of Estrad with all the other relics. That's what I heard, at least. Well, of course this rusted piece of metal must be the very same sword. Camellia rolls her eyes. I think you merely wish that it were the illustrious great sword of legend. I don't know. Celia was talking about some kind of big sword in the freaking notes. You don't get it. I've seen this sword 100 times in paintings in the hands of the Yanael statue. I've even thought of going to Estron Museum to see the real thing in person. How did it get here? Item received. Radiance. Well, there it goes. Game calls it Radiance. Must be Radiance. What's so special about it? Now, nothing, I guess. But this sword was legendary in its day. People say that when Yanael held it, the blade would glow, striking demons left and right. Soldiers would see Radiance light from afar and take heart, rushing into the fray and winning. But I don't know what's wrong with it now, or how to restore its power. All I can sense is that they made a mockery of it. You're empathizing with an object? Extraordinary. Are all paladins so tender-hearted and sensitive? Sensitive in a way, yes. We're highly attuned to evil and everything wrought by demons. Radiance was in evil hands, and as a paladin, I can tell you they did nothing good to it. So who's Yanael? No, you've never heard of Yanael? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, by the way. She's famous all over Galorian. Galorian, the planet, orbits a yellow sun in the far reaches of the material plane. So we're on planet Galorian, I guess. Third of the 11 in orbit, the blue planet contains vast oceans and lush green lands. It's a perfect environment for countless cultures. Indeed, Galorian is the most populous planet in the solar system. The most populous, so there's other planets. It's innately... oh yeah, I guess we did read about that. Some of the other demon worlds and stuff like that are other planets. Its innately hospitable and life-sustaining environment is presumably the work of the gods, so astronomers sometimes refer to Galorian as the child. Astronomers of the planet, however, refer to Galorian as the cage, in reference to its cosmic role as the prison of the mad god Rovagug, who lies bound at the world's core. So lots of like high fantasy sort of lore will have like this idea that the planet that you live on is like a cage, or is like a seed or an egg for some huge cosmic god, which I dig. I like that lore. All right, so she was a great woman. She was born in Mendev, and when the crusade started, she couldn't just sit idly by. She dedicated her life to the crusade. People say she was audacious and spirited. She was always the first into battle and never sacrificed other people's lives for a tactical advantage. That's how she's been remembered, as an incredible warrior who seemed to blaze with righteous fury. In all images of her, she looked capable of driving all the demons back to the abyss single-handedly. But then something happened between her and the commanders. Maybe they envied her. Maybe there was just more to it than that. I don't know. But anyway, she went into the world wound without her fellow soldiers. And she didn't just survive the mission. She even brought back crusaders she rescued in there. Can you imagine? She died as she lived, with pride. She was one of the people defending Dresden to the very end. That's where she perished. Don't take this the wrong way, but I really hope that she died quickly, a hero's death, because if she didn't, that means she was taken prisoner and had to endure unspeakable horrors. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Alright, you know a lot about Yanael. Are you a fan of hers or something? I suppose you could say that. I've always felt an affinity with Yanael. I know what it's like to not be what your commanders want you to be. Whenever I used to feel under pressure, I always thought of Yanael. Maybe some people didn't like how she was, but to the people she pulled out of the world wound, she was perfect. And to the people she saved on the battlefield, she was incredible. To those who keep her memory alive, she is a hero. That's what counts. How could a priceless relic end up down here? Yanael disappeared, but by some miracle, Radiance was recovered from the battle. No one else has ever wielded it. It is Yanael's blade and always will be. That's why it was put in the Tower of Estrad with the other Crusade relics. But now, it turns out that somebody stole it. I have this weird feeling, like I'm rescuing a fellow warrior from a dungeon. We can't just abandon it, even if it's no use to us. It's no use to anyone down here, but what if it could be repaired? You trying to be Yanael? Myron Yanael, bruh? Alright, so we got a sword that is broken. Might as well be a lightsaber that we can't find the on button for. So I guess I don't know then if that was progression. Maybe that was strictly just a side thing, and that might be why there was no hint at unlocking that. But now we are again sort of back where we started. We have not found Halissa. So, yeah. I guess we'll call it there, and on the next episode, hopefully we can find Halissa. Go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell when you want to be notified for the next episode. All right, see you guys.